It is time for the conclusion of the 2025 Egmonster Disc Golf Classic here from Taranaki, New Zealand, Inglewood Golf Club. All of it brought to you by RPM Discs. I'm Luke Humphries, joined by Nate Perkins. We got 9 holes to decide the winner. We got a chase card full of people hunting us down. Eli Swansen and Robert Burridge, really the guys to watch on this lead card.
Yeah, they're chased by Chandler Fry and Ezra Robinson on the chase card, and they're both shooting scores that are pushing the limit of what we thought was possible here.
Truly.
And it's going to be an exciting finish to the first Tour Down Under event. Looking forward to the action. And again, we gave you this disclaimer before the front 9 of this final round, but we're going to drop it here again. It is incredibly windy out here. We're talking 30 miles per hour with gusts up to 40, maybe touching 50.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And there's like a little mini tornado over the valley that we're playing over here on hole 10, making it one of the gustiest, if not the gustiest hole on the course. Feels like kind of a lottery right now. How's the disc going to react? You see that banner? Tailwind is what you can tell. Left to right, right to left. You literally can't even call it right now.
Yeah, it's a total guessing game. I honestly don't love the backhand here. It exposes it even more. I think that was Toro from Eli, and it just never had a chance.
Yeah. Good looking forehand. Just drops out of the sky. So naturally, I'm thinking, don't throw it low.
Yeah, throw it flat, throw it hard. Oh, that's high.
Got some lift. Got way over there to the right. Completely different wind reaction than the first two. I like this line. Low.
Oh, that's an unfortunate skip.
We got some shorter banners than we're used to on the Pro Tour here.
So talk about this putt, Luke. How hard is this?
That was extremely
close.
good. The best effort I've seen all week. It's extremely hard. To make this putt, you have to aim outside the basket, low right, and watch your disc lift into the basket. It's counterintuitive. You can't think about the basket if you're doing this. I'm trying to play a bit of an Anheuser flex putt from like 40 feet. It makes no sense. Thinking that the Anheuser would drop it a little bit. The tailwind stabled it out. It lifted. It had no chance.
Robert sees those and still sends it.
Yeah.
Okay, but he lands safe.
Yeah, he gives it enough Anheuser that at the end of it, it's got no spin, drops out. And he'll take the only bogey on the card while we all take doubles from the exact same mini. We didn't even pick up the mini. It's pretty depressing to just cruise through here and take double bogeys like a train. I'm up next. Eli's got this one. It's pretty depressing.
This is unique.
Yeah. It's supposed to be either a birdie or a bogey. And getting that double is just some more lemon juice in the cut.
Oof. Stinging.
Yeah.
All right, this hole is playing really difficult right now. It would with no wind, because you're being asked to throw 350 like 5 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
If you make it out here, you're then throwing a big bomb into a swirling wind, but mainly headwind, maybe some right to left out there.
Yep. And it is subtly uphill the entire way. So it plays much more than 741. It's closer to like 900 feet with a gap hit, probably, is what it's playing.
Robert's in full control of this tournament right now. I mean, 10 under par. He's got Eli by 4. Is that safe over there, left side?
Yes, it is safe. There was another Mando tree over there. We believed that it was for the shorter box, and we didn't think that he missed it anyways. Okay. He is right next to it, so when you see that in a second.
PD2 flex, that is looking great.
Yes.
That's as good as it really gets.
Seriously. There's 2 trees there. He kind of split them as he headed out. I mean, perfect.
All right, we're going to crack the reblend. And that is also, nope. It looked identical.
It was identical.
And it just finds the tree.
He weaved it through it. I hit the second one.
Robert throws from out of bounds.
Was it
That was strange.
I don't believe it was out of bounds.
His foot was out of bounds. Anyhow.
Okay. I think that that was the Mando line, possibly. For the second Mando, for the short box.
Right.
It's confusing.
Yeah, it is.
I tried to, I knew it might be confusing, so. I'm going way out here, right. Still about 110 feet from the basket.
That's a good pump into the wind, though. And here's Robert approaching from range, trying to get up and down with this enforcer, and it's not going to happen.
No, that was his third. So now he's getting up and down for the bogey. And he's still 300 plus.
Aiden put a move on this PD2.
This was a fantastic shot, man. Such a good shot.
Yeah, he's been pretty dialed with that.
Into the
Angle.
circle.
That's huge.
I didn't think anybody could do it today.
Yeah.
This is about 320.
So, yeah, this is his fourth. He has to get up and down here for the bogey.
Yeah, that's felon.
And that's a big-time shot.
Pin high. Yeah.
Good side of the basket, too.
Yep. Yeah. That's my first 150-footer that I've thrown well today, unfortunately to say.
You put the body English on it, too.
Yeah, I did. That was an MX1. Really stable disc.
Or a bird.
And hits the flag, saves himself 15 feet at least. Beautiful putt. Great. Huge par save there.
A little bit of Annie into that head, left to right. Yeah, I misspoke. Robert has a little headwind here. Yeah, pulls it.
I think that's his miss in some of those situations. Just a baby pull. Ends up being what I see him doing more often than not when he doesn't make it. A good stick there for Aiden. And that'll be 3 pars and a double. So just like that, Robert get you closer to those guys on the chase card that are running him down, and as well as Eli Swansen, now only 2 back.
Yeah, Robert might have just lost a lead right there, and here we go, hole 12. The last 2 days, the wind has kind of been almost pure tail here, so it's helping this 423-foot hole be a little shorter. Today, it was so swirly that anything could really happen.
Yeah. It felt like if you threw that forehand and got it too flat, even just a little bit, it would just turn left out of bounds.
I saw a couple of those shots.
And this right to left tail was making this righty backhand hyzer almost impossible. His disc comes very close to going out of bounds.
Yeah, he started it pretty wide.
As wide as you can. He could have had less hyzer.
Yeah, maybe a little flatter here. That's similar. It's going to be way left.
This one in danger.
That's a big roll. That's gone.
Huge rolls and ground plays today. I don't know why I'm not throwing the forehand, but I just feel like I can miss it left OB so much easier. So I go wider, still lifts up.
Yeah, that just kills the D.
Yeah, it does. Totally balloons, leaves me 50. Possible putt in these winds. You'd have to judge it correctly, which would be a genius move. And this is, if you have it, the play.
I love how he holds that follow through. That's fun. That's so good. He's
The
gonna
roll
bullseye
out
it.
bullseye.
That's a way to bounce back from the double.
Seriously.
Man, what a shot.
We got one of your competitors out of bounds. The guy only 2 back has got a 60-footer.
So that was Forcer, right? Like pretty much his most overstable driver that he's rocking.
Yep. And he's been rocking that thing all day. The whole tournament, really. It felt like he was a bit surprised how good it was earlier in the week. And now it's just his horse, and he trusts it. Unfortunate bogey with that early release off the tee. It's really the only thing keeping Aiden out of it. He's had a bunch of birdies, plenty of under par strokes, including that eagle on 18 that we saw first round. But he's just had a few too many mistakes to really be in the hunt. Headed over to 13,591. It's wide open. It's all about the second shot here. It's going to be a low ceiling second shot with OB short right. it's just a touchy shot you got to play, especially in this wind. Easy to drop down, hit those trees, and be about 100 feet away, which is a terrible place to be today. So it creates the challenge with that second, and players are going to have to get as much distance off the tee as they can.
Yeah, ideally you throw it far enough that you don't have to take one of those low ceiling gaps, and you can kind of play the big gap on the left.
Yeah, like this.
This is big.
Felt like it got dropped down there at the end, but still gets a ton of distance.
Eli needs that to turn. That could be in trouble.
I think sometimes when you're playing into headwinds for the majority of the day, and that stays safe.
Okay.
The majority of the day, it's hard to give a disc and hyzer, to trust it to really wrench over on one, because you've just been protecting against that miss the entire day. So all of us kind of going over here left, other than Robert, who just coasted down the fairway. Aiden threw this one OB left yesterday. Keeps it low, makes the adjustment nicely today.
Yeah, it's a perfect tee shot. So your aiming point is kind of that yellow tree on the left. You're trying to go just in front of that, and you're going to go around it, actually.
Yeah, I went short right OB yesterday, and it was in my mind too much.
Eli's going to try and get the low ceiling gap on the right. And that looks pure if it gets below it. Look at this.
Perfect. When he threw it, and I thought to myself, like, why didn't you do that? Then immediately was like, that was an amazing shot.
Yeah,
you can't just do that.
That's high level.
Incredible.
Into the tailwind. That's also a quality shot.
Even better.
Good ground play.
Yes, perfectly around that tree.
Robert has options up here.
He's so close.
Yeah, if you can see the chains, you know you've hit it hard off the tee.
Yeah, all three of those guys line up really nice for the birdie. I got a 50-foot downhiller that's hard to commit to. So I'm up for my par. All those guys will have birdies.
And you float one in. That was pretty.
You gotta trust that uphill headwind putt. Put it at the basket, it'll stay lifting.
Yeah, it's a good connection right there into a little headwind.
Yep. Nice little bounce back for Robert. He went bogey, double bogey, and that birdie.
Luke, I want to talk about the New Zealand Travel Bible.
Yeah.
How sweet is that?
Henry Pearson puts in the work. We've talked about him a little bit before. He's the guy announcing us on that first tee, and he does an incredible job of finding all the things to do, the things we might need, phone numbers, addresses.
Yeah.
You name it, it's in there.
Setting people up with car rides and places to stay. It's just next level.
The host houses here have been incredible. Inglewood and, the New Plymouth area is full of so many good people. This community is special.
All right, what's the wind doing here on 14? If I remember, it's like ripping tail right to left, which is perfect for the hyzer tee shot.
Yes. And Robert's been throwing this one a quarter mile up into the air so far.
It's huge.
Yeah, it was in the air for a good 10 count.
Eli rocking the destroyers.
Yeah, this one also good, little inside, and definitely not as far, but there you go. Lands in the open, that's all you can ask for. This is the hole that Robert lost a disc on yesterday that almost cost him, but luckily found it in a tree. Aiden going a little straighter, a little lower, and he finds that back tree, which may have been a good thing. Could have been heading towards that green, which is kind of blind to the tee box.
Yeah,
Hard to see.
It's in play.
First time this tournament, I'm throwing a reblend D3.
Hit that one nice.
Yeah, it actually, hard to tell where it went. It went into the open, way right of where the camera's pointing. So it hyzered out over the trees. I have a wide open forehand. Beautiful.
Yeah, great hyzer.
Yeah.
Oh, you're way left.
Check it out. Reblend D2, little hyzer. Bring it in, nothing in the way.
Like there's nothing there.
No, I don't think you were supposed to be able to get to that position. That's how windy it is.
That's how windy. The bag is down.
The bag is down, and the disc
Ooh,
is nice.
you like that?
I like that with his putt.
He probably does have the best wind putt in this field, I think.
Yeah, him or Ezra. Look at this, dude. Lands about 45, rolls to about 25.
It's a big difference. It goes from a layup to potential birdie right here.
Yeah.
He's been hot and cold in that range.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's hit some really good circles edge putts, even in the wind, too, so it just comes down to, I think, direction a little bit. His real stable putter doesn't tend to putt well for that right to left headwind or right to left tailwind. He's kind of got to protect against the sailing, which makes sense. I mean, we're all protecting against sailing our discs right now. I've done it a couple times. It is just the worst feeling to miss a wind read that poorly.
OTB is very specific on how they list the disc because they want you to like the disc.
Virtually in your hand, it tells you what the disc is going to feel like, how heavy it's going to be. It's everything you want to know before it shows up to your house.
It's not just marketing.
It's only the best.
Hole 18 at Worlds, down by 1. It's got to go in.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
A pretty sweet birdie from Eli there. That was a Draco that he dropped in there on that little hyzer.
Nice. Yeah, it was not an easy shot. Hole 15 Perk.
Yeah, it's the shortest hole on the course. It's still a tight gap, and then you have this little statue that's kind of guarding the shot a little bit. You have to kind of hyzer in front of it and skip up. And this was the probably second most exposed basket out there. If you were outside 25, it was a tough make.
Yeah, hard to do. We got a right to left headwind here. Just a little inside. Yeah, going A5. 500 Spectrum. Love that disc. Just a little bit early release. It's hard to play your stable putter on hyzer to flip up. Look at this shot. Oh my gosh. Great little angle. That disc took up like half of the screen. You missed it, but Robert crushed it past the green.
Yeah, it was a heart from Robert, too.
Was it?
Yeah, that thing just floated.
Yeah, it did. This is how you do it.
There it is.
Yep.
That's what they want you to do.
Little direction off of that statue as well. Give him a little kiss.
Was that Eli's second right there?
Yeah, that one floated on him.
That's not good. He's got a terrible wind, too. Back into the headwind. You
Yeah.
also are back
I
into
know,
the
dude.
headwind right
I
there. It
landed
matters.
on that bald spot and skipped another 20 feet. Almost made it in the back of the... It literally almost blew back in. I've never seen that in competition.
Yeah, this would be the day for it, though. And Eli's going to bogey here.
Yeah, if he makes this.
Yeah,
But that was a hard bogey putt.
it was. And it matters. Things are tightening up.
Oh, yeah.
It's a solid stroke.
Yeah, just ready to get to Taupo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Try again next weekend.
Go get yourself a couple meat pies.
Dude, that's exactly what we did, too.
Because, while you're doing this, you're like, you know that you have to commentate on it later. I mean, what's
Yeah.
that feeling like?
I just put it out of my mind, honestly. I tried not to think about that part, especially. It's going to happen,
Yeah.
I'm sitting here with you guys. We're reliving the good and the bad, and it is what it is. Hole 16, though, this head left to right,
Yeah.
For real. 279 playing 37.
I agree. Probably one of the hardest holes on the course because of the wind direction, the low ceiling. If you miss the gap, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Which it's funny to say that a sub 300 foot par 3 is the hardest hole, but it's just so wind dependent.
Yeah. It's a great hole though. It's a fantastic contest for a disc golf shot.
You're going with that FX2 again, and you're still throwing it hard,
Yeah.
and the wind still
It's crazy.
takes control.
The wind has to be 30 plus for that disc to move around in it. That's my best wind disc, and even today it's just, I mean, you can see
Robert's going triple X right there, Luke.
those are stable, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. It went Anheuser into the crowd. Firebird shot here.
yeah, that's that Draco again.
Oh, was it? Okay.
And goes
Almost over the
in
top,
front
yeah.
of the
Yeah.
chains.
Yeah, he commits to the hyzer, and it just flies on a hyzer straight the whole way. This was touchy right here.
It's nice. It's old school frisbee toss.
Yep. This is what I got.
Headwind might help it. Turn. Close.
Eli.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
That is a big moment.
Yeah. I was kind of unaware how big of a moment it was.
He knows, dude. He
Yep.
ran that in.
Yep. Robert taking the double bogey after having just a simple layup from that other side, kind of hits the tree, leaves himself behind the tree.
All of a sudden, they're tied.
Insane.
Eli picks up 3 on him in one hole. And we're going into 17, which also felt really hard to get anywhere near the bucket.
Yeah.
I mean, you picked up the grass, and the same blades of grass that you dropped would go every direction.
Yeah.
It was, you couldn't get a read.
It's not confidence building, that's for sure. And while we speak, Ezra Robinson and Chandler Fry are torching this course.
Yeah, I
Still.
think Chandler just birdied 16 as well to
I
go
believe so.
to 6 down.
6 under going into hole 18.
Yeah, nice. Hyzer forehand from Aiden.
Yeah, it checks up into the tree, unfortunately. If that would have skipped past it, would have been good. Try to remake that glory from hole 1. I've had this CTP since then. I just get a little too much on it. Wanted to hyzer out, but couldn't. Right to left. Hard to tell if it's head or tail. And you just got to trust one of them and go for it.
Another just really beautiful forehand enforcer
Yeah,
with that little follow through too. He's feeling really confident.
he is. And anything inside the circle on this hole or around the circle is great right now. Just giving your chance of birdies. Really hard to do. That backhand would have been so hard to stop on the green had it touched any part of it. And that forehand climbing back up the hill just seems like a hard pop position right now. So huge shot from Robert after the double bogey last hole to get himself this opportunity right here.
Is he good for it?
Cashes
It's a
it.
birdie, man. To move him to 9.
Gutsy, dude. After a 3-putt last hole.
He steps out left, lets it go.
Look at that.
Oh, Helix says, I got you, Burridge.
It looked down the other side. It peeked over the edge for a second. There we go. Aiden looked like he was pretty happy with that first putt, kind of walking it in. Grabs the comebacker, though.
I love those trees that just have like the air plants growing all over them. It's
yeah.
just all over New Zealand.
Yep. It's just like in there with the bark. This place is wonderful. No birds chirping today, though.
Are you checking your name?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it was still me. I saw Ezra throw a really good shot on it, so I wanted to make sure.
All right, this is it. Hole 18, 814. and it is a doozy right now. The tee shot is just kind of a guessing game. Again, you don't know if you're just going to have pure head or if it's more right to left out there, and it can even gust left to right. So
Yeah.
I would say over half the tee shots end up out of bounds.
I think there's a wind tunnel coming right to left towards us out in that fairway that we can't even feel entirely. And our disc hits it in a second, and it's just chaos occurs.
So we're checking in with the chase card
Yeah,
right now.
that
This
is.
sweet. I didn't know we had this.
Yep.
Ezra is one back of Chandler and Robert.
Goes with that nuke.
And
That's a stable disc.
that's out of bounds, right?
I don't believe so.
Well, it'll be close. Chandler sees that. I think Emperor here, and that's super out of bounds.
no.
Yeah, he knows what that means.
That one did overturn a little bit. He'd been throwing that shot so well all week, too. Been absolutely smashing it. Look at Chandler. 3 of his last 6 coming down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, he's laying down a score that, again, we just didn't think would be in the cards.
Nope. No, both of these guys are fantastic disc golfers in every condition. Flex out. Flex out. Come on.
A double OB, he can't believe it.
Got his dad on the bag.
So Ezra found a little pocket right here. He's safe.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, the Page Pierce nuke swooped out of it.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
He's like past pin high.
Now it's in perfect position now. Chandler's probably debating whether he needs to go for the
I
green.
think he has no choice now. This is his 5th shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Take a 6. That would feel like a miracle from here. That hyzer immediately raised up by the right to left headwind, and he'll be dropping down into the hazard. So he'll play from where he lies.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I wish we could have seen a little bit more of Chandler's day, because... Oh! Is that
it in bounds?
That is in. So he's going to have this for birdie.
To get to 9.
And talk about the wind right there, Luke. How difficult was Ezra's putt?
I've sat on that green for 4 putts now already in 2 rounds, and it's just with the clubhouse going on and the right to left head, it's just not consistent. And
Yeah.
But this disc it came all the way back out, all the way down the fairway. It looked like it was about to tank.
He goes hand off the tee. That's how much he's trusting that.
Incredible. Yeah, enforcer.
Eli sends one up high, and it stalls and drops.
Didn't find the OB. That's
That's
way over there. Yeah,
That's safe.
that is safe.
It's in the ball game.
Not gonna lie, I hit the flowers yesterday. They were a little in my mind. I just raised up a little bit at the end and threw it straight out of bounds.
So is that re-tee?
It's a drop zone.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not good.
So Robert's a stroke ahead, a par, and he wins outright.
Yep. He's at 9. Ezra had a chance to tie that.
Eli could birdie, though. Eli's at 8. He could birdie.
Oh, yeah.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ezra finished at 8, and this
There goes my D2.
was just overtaken by the crosswind.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so big moment here. This needs to be in bounds.
Is it going to sit?
Oh, yeah, look at that. Drop it.
Perfect.
That's some money, so he knows it.
Yeah.
Was he checking scores? Do you recall?
I wasn't looking.
Okay.
I can't tell you. Look at this. Safe. Eli on the line.
That's perfect position.
You literally can't get any closer to the green.
Better than Burridge. And Robert will go first, too, so Eli will know what he has to do.
And that was an MVP disc from Aiden. He hadn't thrown that disc the entire tournament. Don't know what it was. But that was right out of bounds. So he'll be dropping it as well. I'm just picking up that reblend D2 and throwing it some more. Decent position right behind Roberts. Aiden now debating what to do.
Yeah, so he was OB, right?
Yep,
Now he's in no man's land here.
totally.
Probably a layup. Don't hate it.
No, it's the right play from there. Although there's an argument to just go for the green, be in the hazard.
That looked good, and it just got eaten up.
I was waiting for it to hyzer. It's a very stable disc. MX1 just didn't, so that's hyzer as well. Excuse me, hazard as well. This is how you throw that shot. He did that multiple times really well this week. Low ceiling, right to left wind. He just got the angles exactly right.
It'll be a pretty solid finish for Aiden.
This needs to sit, and we might have a winner.
Hit the hay ball. Oh, skirts off the top. The harp is out of bounds.
It's the worst case, too, because there's hazard. If it hadn't gotten all the way to the OB, he could take it from wherever it landed past those hay bales. But now it's just as far as it could be.
Yeah. So, Eli, if he gets up and down, not going to happen. What was the moment like for Eli's shot right there? He seemed a little rattled.
Yeah. There's actually a debate about whether or not he could mark his disc in the hazard. So then the mark would have been completely in the hazard, which felt like a change of surface or whatever. So we had a debate. We decided that he should play a provisional there. And given the moment, it's just a lot. And I think the moment became too big, thinking about all the different options that existed, and he really didn't put his best shot on.
No, he didn't. And Robert just had that putt for the dub.
Yeah.
And now he's going to have, it's only, 10 feet, but he's going to have it for a playoff.
Yeah. I'm just wondering how right to left headwind doesn't raise my disc.
Didn't lift at all.
I'm happy to be done wondering that. It's a sick up and down there from Aiden to get that bogey.
All right, he puts it in there, and that's going to be a playoff with Ezra Robinson.
It is. And he was 2 inches from just hitting that hay bale, dropping down, easy dub.
Yeah.
Like that thing was so close. Skipped off the hay bale.
Yeah, this has been crazy finish, and it's all happening so fast. But Eli's just going to finish one stroke out of the playoff.
Yeah.
And he had 180 feet left.
I know.
It's crazy, man. This has been a crazy finish. Ezra Robinson, it's a 1050 rated round, I would say. I don't know what it was officially, but definitely 1050 golf to shoot 4 down in those conditions. So he deserves to be in this playoff. So coin toss, Ezra wins, gets to decide. He thought about it for a moment and takes the box.
Yeah. I think the wind read would be important.
I thought for sure you would want to go second. For sure.
This one over the valley, we saw it hole 10. None of us hit the green a second ago.
Looks good, and 0 chance, Luke.
Landed about 80 short of the green.
Just no chance.
Not a chance.
I don't think you can change anything about the shot either.
It's unfortunate, man.
So, Robert,
throwing the same disc that skipped out of bounds during regulation, just needs it to sit.
Very similar shot, even.
A super similar shot.
Yeah.
All it was a different skip.
And honestly, that's kind of ball game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
makeable,
but we just saw what happened.
You have to throw this at the cameraman's ankles. Literally.
Look at it. He's checking the wind what?
It's the cameraman's ankles.
No, this is unreal.
Yeah. That grass just ended up in a spectator's hair 40 feet left.
Well, that's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a layup for Roberts and the dub at the first tour down under.
It's a big win.
Yeah, it's a huge win. You got to think that playing in Texas has a little something to do with it. He comes from a windy spot down in Houston. And here he is taking down the dub. I mean,
it's a stacked field.
It is. We're roughly 8,000 miles away from Houston right now.
Cool.
Present the MPO and overall champion here at Egmonster 2025, presented by RPM Discs on the Tour Down Under, Robert Burridge.
Thank you all for being here. It's good to have people out in New Zealand where I've never been before. So thank you all for being here.
Well, this has been fun, Luke.
Yeah.
First go-throw production ever.
Yep.
And it's in New Zealand.
Yeah, we've heard a bunch of good stuff about the graphics and the new packages that we have. We appreciate all that feedback. Please let us know below in those comments some more stuff that you think that either you liked or you want to see more of.
Yeah, I was just checking out the GoThrow website.
Yep.
With the tour schedule.
Pretty sharp.
It's sweet, man. I looking forward to checking out some of those events and seeing it, grow.
Yeah, we're just trying to bring disc golf to the world, man. One step at a time, one round at a time. Your final leaderboard right there. Chandler Fry, man, had a chance. Fought all the way, 6 under through 17 holes. That is incredible work from Chandler Fry. Absolutely amazing. Can't say enough.
Chandler for sure, and Eli for the podium out here.
Yep.
Big moment for him to play on this coverage. And yeah, and the crew here, Jason, the TD, and all the people. We fed lunch every single day out here, and just the community aspect that these tournaments have. It's big reason why we're coming down here.
100%.
We love to play disc golf, but we're on vacation, man.
Yeah.
We just want to kick it with the Kiwis.
Yep. Yeah, there's some Kiwis. There's some friends I made this week that I think will be lifelong friends.
Yeah, you're going hunting for fossils tomorrow on the beach. I'm climbing the mountain. I know you're not in.
Yeah, I got out of
We'll
it.
let it go. I think most people are bailing, so we'll be in Topah next week.
Yeah, we'll be bringing you guys some more coverage here shortly. For Nate Perkins, I'm Luke Humphries. Thanks for watching Go Throw.